It's true.
This is us. Carrying a giant metal sculpture in the middle of the night during a thunderstorm, trying to dodge security, so we could secretly set up our artwork at the world's largest open-air public art exhibition. Now, it was incredibly difficult, but I just couldn't stop smiling because I knew it'd all be worth it, right? The rainfall and thunder was deafening, but all I could hear was the public's adoration. You know, like, who is this sneaky, agile art prodigy? Is it Banksy? Has Banksy done another one of his Banksies? Is that, well, that's not what happened, right? When people started posting our anonymous artwork online, everyone just called it anti-Semitic for some reason.
Sculpture by the Sea organisers have explained why they immediately removed a pro-Palestinian statue from the Bondi exhibition. Featured a traditional Palestinian scarf known as a keffiyeh and blood-drenched hands and head.
So now my artwork's gone. Like I've got no artwork, and apparently I'm an anti-Semite. So I guess I need to work out how this went so badly. But it's pretty rough, actually. Like seeing the statue getting torn down, I don't know, it triggered a lot of just intense memories that I repressed, right? Like it's been the same story my entire life. When I think about it. Like back in high school, in art class, I poured my heart and soul into this. This is a painting of Zinedine Zidane headbutting Marco Materazzi at the 2006 FIFA World Cup. Now, I really felt like I'd witnessed something magical, right? Yeah. And I wanted to share this feeling with the world, right? I wanted everyone to...
You remember where you were during 9/11. I remember where I was when bold men hit other men with head.
To look at this and to feel the same way I felt when I was watching the World Cup. But my art teacher, she looked at it and...
Where was I? Yeah, I was in the living room of one lady that is now dying of cancer. Yeah. Yeah, that was a fucking sad turn of events. Yeah, I remember. We were watching it. We were like 3 families or something.
She said, I didn't have a single artistic bone in my body. And she also said...
Come on, it's pretty good. The little guy looks like Charlie Kirk a little bit.
I just should have copied some of the smart kids and not like wasted her time with this stuff. So, I don't know. As I grew up, I think I kind of realized that she was right. Like, you know, it hurt, but she was right. Like, if I wanted to become an artist, I knew I needed to copy an artist. And that's when I saw it. At the world's largest open-air public art exhibition right here in Sydney, Ukrainian artist Yevgen Primachenko made this, and I was blown away. It's so beautiful. It's a brave depiction of the horrors of war, you know, the bombing on civilians, but it's chilling, yet it's made of like abstract, simple shapes. Like, I feel like I finally understand what my art teacher was talking about. Like, honestly, I haven't been moved to tears like this since the 2006 World Cup, so I copied it, right? And I should apologize. Yevgen, if you're watching this, I understand you're upset and we copied your artwork, and I'm sorry, but I'd like to explain this is actually completely normal for YouTube. You see, in my industry, we get rewarded for copying each other's videos, which is, honestly, it's for the best, because whenever we test our own, you know, original ideas, we end up making something disastrous.
Look at this family. They look Asian.
But look, we didn't copy it completely. We did make some minor changes.
Me talking about anything.
Like the Ukraine war is old news, right? No one really cares. It's been gradually shifting from the news cycle, and it's been replaced with Gaza. So we decided to update it, you know, by giving him this cool little scarf and making him Palestinian this time. It turns out this was like a massive mistake. It somehow went from being like a celebrated work of art with a big ceremony where they unfurled a massive Ukrainian
wrong ethnicity
flag and everyone sang the Ukrainian national anthem together, and then we added the scarf, and it suddenly became like a vile anti-Semitic piece of trash. But we didn't know that.
Not politic here.
And we just wanted to put up an artwork, and we needed to work out how to, you know, secretly erect our statue. Now, usually...
And it was done by evil Serbian man. No! Yo, Alexa hit me up. Like, the fucking Russians stop paying me. Because, like, dude, I'm doing, like, advanced pro-Russian propaganda. I'm, like, criticizing them when it comes to what they're doing in Ukraine. But then I'm contextualizing it like any other war. And I'm, like, talking about the professionalism of the armies. Like, come on. He just wants me to be like, ooh, Ukrainian's bad. I can't do that. My audience is smart, you know? Like, fucking hit me up, dude. The fucking FSB is no longer picking up the phone. It's fucking awkward, dude. It's weird. And even the chatters, they don't want to gamble or whatever. Like, I need some Russian money, dude. I don't know, how much did you get for this one? 60K. And he gave you like 100K budget for the statue, and you made it by yourself. Dude, fucking sick. And you get to keep your ad revenue, right? Dude, fucking hit me up, man. It's absurd. It's stupid, man. And I know, I don't get it, dude. He's just not he's not picking out. He's not picking out. No, my contact was always the foreign minister. Yeah, he's very fun, dude. Yeah. He can swing back a few. He's pretty good.
When they're putting these artworks up, they spend days digging big holes and filling them with concrete and other fastenings so, no one steals these precious artworks, right? This way, the organizers can rest assured knowing this $3,500 street sign by Richard Tipping or this special net by Kassane Lowe is, safe and sound from art burglars. And as an art aficionado myself, I completely understand why someone would want to steal something like that, because I think of these are really profound things. Now, we can't really dig a hole and pour concrete in the middle of the night in Sydney's most famous beach, so we needed to work out a different way to fix our statue down. So we went down to the beach while they were setting up the exhibition to test it out. Originally, we wanted to weld like a big magnet to the bottom of the statue and place it on a metal surface, just...
What I would give to have a friend like this that can just build anything, Holy Mother of God, dude.
The magnet just sticks it there.
The amount of phallic objects I would build everywhere.
But it turns out there aren't a whole bunch of just metal services at the beach. And the ones that do exist are really easy to...
Subscribe to Balkan. Subscribe to Boy if you already haven't. The link is pinned. Obviously, dear friends of the show. I love them very dearly. I talked to them many times. I even interviewed them twice. I need to get them back onto the program. Very lovely two chaps. Very smart. I need to get them the merch. I always give them the merch. And they always actually wear the merch, which is insane to me, which is very, very cool. I'm like, come on. Why is it insane? Because they dress really badly. And when they wear my merch, I'm like, why are you wearing incredibly good-looking clothing? What the fuck? This is not in character, bro. I'm kidding. They're dressed lovely. They're Australian. It's impossible, okay? And Alex is a combination of a Serb and an Australian, which I don't know. Like incredible fashion sense versus bad fashion sense. I don't know. But yes, there's only one way to make watching Boy really, even more enjoyable. You know what that is. You know what that is. How to make a Boy video even more enjoyable. By gambling in the background. They popped off with the North Korea video, but also really popped off into the mainstream with the gambling video. So my last call to action. We are 81 subs away from gambling. Let's gamble. That's it. I'm not pitching anything else. Now let's continue.
Pick up and take away. Which
Don't Pavlov my gamba. I can't hear you. What are you saying? I can't speak up. I don't get. What? What are you saying? What? I can't hear you over the what? Okay.
Was disappointing until we realized that under these light metal grates are just big concrete holes. And we came up with a whole new idea. If we put something like a bottle jack in the hole and crank it out so it's like jammed in there, then we can have a winch hidden in the bottom of the statue with a rope hooked to the jack. And it's pulling the statue into the ground with like 2 tons of force. So you can't get rid of it. Now, we didn't bring any measuring tape, but we were able to figure out that the hole is exactly 1.5 boots wide. So we needed to make a statue base that's exactly that size. Now that we had the measurements, we just had to, cut up a bunch of steel sheets and weld them into the shape of someone else's beautiful artwork. And look, I won't bore you with the build process because that's more of, I did a thing kind of video. And I just think you guys are smarter than those freaks. You don't want to watch a guy hitting a piece of metal with a hammer for 30 minutes. It's boring. Although, it's not all bad. There were some entertaining bits, like, when Alex crushed his hand testing out the winch. That's not coming out of the ground. Also, this magical spray we made that rusted the statue in minutes, that was pretty cool. But other than that, we can just skip to the part where we have a mesmerizing work of art. It's beautiful. I love it. Now, I realize it's a lot of pressure to set up this entire contraption in the middle of the night without getting caught. So we decided to go down to the site one more time to set up the car jack in the hole and, you know, get that ticked off the list beforehand. But it turns out because the exhibit already started, it obviously meant that the place was just completely packed. And we got a bit too scared to set up the jack in front of everyone.
Yeah, I feel like a terrorist. I feel like I'm planting a bomb at a massive gathering.
I don't think the first thing someone else is going to think if they see two guys digging around in the grain is they're putting a bomb in the
But we got an
Yeah, you got the light skin going on. You'll be fine.
orange thing that looks like a fucking decommissioned nuke.
pipe bomb. So we do it at night.
Yeah, we've got more things to do in the middle of the night.
I reckon, yeah, tradie vests. We're working there.
Yeah,
This is our job.
this is our job.
We're just walking down. Someone talks to us. Go, how you going?
Yeah.
We don't even say anything
Well,
to
just say
anyone.
anything. What tradies? We don't owe anyone any
Yeah.
explanations.
How do they hide the cameras was always interesting.
Yeah.
Take it up with the boss.
Talk to Jerry.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep saying that.
Yeah.
Talk to Jerry.
So we woke up at 3 a.m. To go and put the statue up, but we realized we made another big mistake. Like we picked the worst possible night to put it up.
I think we picked the wrong night.
Why are they still doing
It's the middle of the night and there's people around.
They get a drunk guy.
I think it's because it's Halloween. Fuck! I thought it was gonna be dead quiet.
No, it's a storm rolling. We looked at the weather and everything. We also picked the night with no moon.
I thought the dead of night was gonna be dark and there was gonna be no one around.
Yeah.
It feels like daytime.
Bondi's bad because people party till 3 a.m. and then the joggers started at 3 a.m. There's like a perfect.
Oh, I always fucking hate that. Coming back home at 5 and seeing a fucking jogger, I will murder you. I will decapitate you.
overlap.
Who the fuck do you think you are? Right in front of my face. Right as I can hear the fucking birds as they exit the bar. That's exactly where you chose to jog, you motherfucker. This look like a park to you, you healthy ass piece of fucking virtue signaling ass.
Yeah. Let's give up.
Patrick Batman ass. Bateman.
No, we got this. This is gonna be.
There's a fucking guy here.
Who?
Look at that guy, fucking Viking.
Now, I realized there was another thing that we failed to consider at the start. We spent this entire time worrying about how we'd get in trouble for, putting up an
Fucking forever thinking you're gonna forever live ass motherfucker ass Bet Davidson ass. Go for a drunk run. I've done that many times.
unauthorized
I've unironically done that at least 3 times. I am not ashamed of that. I'm kind of ashamed of that. I've come home very late and then I've seen people jogging and then I've done something that's probably very bad for your health. I was like, you think you're better than me? I can jog all the way home. And then I would drunk run for like 4 kilometers. That's drunk marathon is a little bit different because you're running while you're chugging, right? Like, but you've been drinking for like 9-8 hours and it's like 4 a.m. and now you're running. Like the chances of you getting a sprain or breaking your leg are like astronomical, but combine that with the fact that your heart is probably like, and then you're running. I've probably done irreversible damage to my body because of that, but it is what it is.
statue. But I started to realize that if police
Like, oh, ego cannot hit me. And then I see these motherfuckers running at 5 a.m. I'm like, you think you're better than me? What's so funny about me? I've tripped shrooms, hit a joint, and walked in the snow for an hour at 4 in the morning. It's wild. Oh, that must have been an experience. I'm glad you're alive.
saw us carrying a statue in the middle of the night, they're way more likely.
I love how people who smoke weed catch shit for like elaborate bongs and alcohol people do shit like that. Yeah, true adventure is behind the bottle, my friend. Wow, well, let's do it.
To assume we're just stealing
Yeah,
a
work
priceless
out that
piece of
wisdom.
art, which is so much worse than what we were actually doing.
I reckon if police stop us
Yep.
and they think we're stealing a statue,
Yep.
we'll say, okay, we'll put it back. And then it's just us.
Oh, then we get to put the statue back in.
Yeah. And then the statue will be in.
But isn't that like actually really fucking dangerous? Because if the statue is valued at some very high price and they're picking it up, like they probably consulted with their lawyers. They have very good lawyers and they consult every time. But wouldn't that be like major theft? I don't know. This is a very ballsy video.
We'll be arrested, but the statue will be in the ground.
Well, we're doing a heist. Probably worse.
Don't say that out loud.
It does feel like we're doing a heist now. All right, boys, get changed. Dead or night.
Honestly, everything was working against us. Like, we had to drive down and park here and then carry this 70 kilograms
Felony assault on Capitol.
statue down to the shore and then set it up here as quickly as possible without anyone seeing us. And on top of that, we had to put the jack in the ground, which we failed to do during the day. But
Okay, they were just bringing another statue. They're not taking away the original statue. Okay.
I don't know. There was no turning back now.
Who'd have thought people would be stopping and taking pictures at an art exhibition?
Yeah, it's fucking
It's like the worst place to do a crime.
Now, the night had been going pretty badly so far, but what we didn't realize is that it could and also would get much, much worse.
There's someone sitting right there. Oh no, there's couples kissing. Yuck!
There's a security guard right there.
Where?
Right there.
Also, the YouTubers drive not to just sleep it off and then do it tomorrow. No, they gotta push that shit.
Okay, let's turn around. Turn around. It's not us. We'll have to go the other way. What are you doing sitting in the rain? Man, some people really love art. At least he's sitting here facing that way.
Yeah, it's gonna start raining. He's gonna go inside his little hut.
Just wish I knew where they spawned.
Okay, change of plans. It turns out there is at least one security guard and he's right here. I mean, there are probably more on patrol, but we don't know where they are, so we can't really plan for that. But in order to avoid this guy, we got to go back and park all the way up here, then carry the 70 kilogram sculpture through this park and somehow scramble it down this cliff face to get to the spot where we need to set up the statue. And we got to do it as fast as we can and without anyone seeing us. Like needless to say, I was not feeling great about it.
What do you think?
Terrified.
Terrified. This is your big break as an artist.
That's true. This is the day we become Banksy. No more YouTube.
That's it.
Now we're just doing stencils.
At this point, there was nothing left to do but just, commit to the job and carry the statue down.
No one forced them to make it weigh 70 kilos. Dude, the YouTuber's propensity to self-sabotage is fucking class.
And we just decide
Fucking legends, man.
when it's time.
I reckon
Probably now.
I'm gonna look at the radar. See
I
if
mean,
it's supposed to-
I can tell you right now it's raining.
And I want to see if it's gonna get heavier.
Holy shit. Very ninja camera guy. Not very ninja camera guy. What? What? He's right behind him. If somebody catches him, why are you recording? Bring it in.
Alex did a great job just jamming the jack into the hole with, what was essentially a waterfall forming around him. But all I could think about was how incredibly noisy the winch was. And the fact that there's at least one security guard just 20 meters away, within earshot, who could just ruin our month of hard work. But we did it. I honestly can't believe we pulled this off. We felt like school kids. I mean, not the kind that the IDF kills, but the kind that get to giggle and do pranks and stuff. I can't even imagine what the security guard's going to say when they discover this whole stack.
Wait, what?